Now remember, it's a pizza that is frozen and not a frozen pizza.
Greetings.
Hi.
This is TEF Talk with Kat Ava.
Kat and Ava.
Also, we're kind of new at this, so we're going to sound really weird.
Be nice. Hi, I'm Stephanie, better known as TEF.
I'm Kat.
And I'm Ava.
And welcome to TEF Talk.
In this podcast, we're going to be discussing our daily lives as high schoolers and just everything we do. And
Being stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. Before we get started, though.
Today, the cafeteria gave us the blessing, the gift of cold brew coffee.
Cold brew coffee.
And I have with me here today a cup of such cold brew coffee.
Is the vanilla or plain?
It's the vanilla.
We're going to do a little
taste test.
If you get plain cold brew coffee,
I do.
okay, that's disgusting. Go
All right,
home.
guys, this is the last episode.
Didn't we make that joke last time?
Probably.
Okay, so this is the vanilla cold brew. I have my reusable straw in it. There's currently no sugar in it, but there is cream in it because it's vanilla. So like,
Just take a sip.
All right, just go.
I was gonna sweeten it. Okay, that's really good.
Is
It's
it
really
good?
good. Do
Is
you
it
wanna try
good?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
We're all taking sips.
First impressions.
Oh, that's really
Yeah,
good.
test it.
Oh, that's really
Okay,
It tastes like
something.
It tastes like vanilla ice cream, and you mix like coffee into
Oh
it.
my God,
like
that's
you
so
know,
good.
like coffee ice cream. That's what it tastes like.
I don't know coffee ice cream. I've never heard of it.
Oh, well,
Oh.
it tastes like coffee ice cream.
Okay,
It's really
I
good.
think it's good. I really 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
10 out of 10 would buy again, but $3.
Okay, so-
it is $3.
That's
It's
a little
overpriced.
much, yeah.
Little conspiracy theory that cold brew is not real and it's just iced coffee that they just
Overpriced.
overpriced.
Ooh.
I agree. I'm down for that.
Good though. Anyway,
It's good.
Okay.
today we're going to be talking about some experiences that ended in injury.
Us being stupid, pretty much.
Basically.
With physical proof that we're stupid.
Like all these injuries could have been avoided if we weren't so stupid.
Yeah, pretty much.
what are we like starting with?
So like number 1 on the list is Ava drinking a bee.
Oh, okay.
Like that one's a good one.
So this is not only an experience that could have ended in injury. This is an experience that could have ended in death, which I didn't know until 2 years later. But basically, I'm at a mini camp for band, which is like these are like 10 or 9 hour practices, and we're just like on the field. And I like hadn't like drank anything all day, and it was like 95 degrees when we were on the turf, and I was so exhausted. And I wanted water so bad, and
Yeah,
it was
I thought
like,
this was when you drank a bee.
this is when I drank a bee.
I thought this. Oh, okay.
So I wanted water
Don't
so
interrupt
bad,
her.
and then we get, so I'm like, we get a water break, and I run off like the field and whatever, and it was like really hot, and I start like chugging this like 99-cent, like, you know, the really big Arizona iced tea cans.
Yeah.
I start like chugging that, but I had left it open because like I was drinking it before, and like I guess a bee had like crawled into it because of the sugar.
He was also thirsty.
He was also thirsty, and I didn't know like what it was when it went into my mouth. I thought it was like it felt like a crumbled up piece of wet paper.
Ew.
So I literally took like my 2 forefingers and my thumb, and I went into my mouth, and for a while I was like, I'm just gonna swallow it. Like it's
Ew.
it's probably nothing. Like I'm probably just like feeling things that like aren't there. Like
Ew.
maybe it's just like,
A
you know, like
hallucination.
whatever, like a hallucination. Like I thought I was crazy, but I'm like, no, you know what? I should check what this is. So I pull it out of my mouth, and there is a struggling alive bee in my fingers, and I screamed and threw it on the floor, and then I started crying.
I have this on video, by the way.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
And then like 2 years later, I'm talking to my guitar teacher about it, and he was like, oh yeah, like one of my brother's friends drank a bee and he swallowed it and died because like it was in his stomach, and like it stung him in his stomach, and he died.
That's possible?
I guess.
That is
Why wouldn't it?
terrifying.
I mean, maybe it like
before.
stung him on the way down like the throat, but basically it stung him inside his body, and he died. And if I had swallowed that bee, which I was literally thinking about doing, because I was like, I don't know what it is, I'm just gonna swallow it, because that's like my thought process. I don't know what it is, I'm just gonna swallow it. And don't make that face. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to swallow it. And then if I had done that, it would have stung me on the inside and killed me, and I would be dead, and you would all be at my funeral right now.
Wow. That's a really good story. I really like that one. Anyway.
Kat, do you want to talk about
Kat's boo. Her boo.
Oh, your
Or
boo.
my
Talk
boot
about
or
your
me
boot.
falling? If you guys don't know, anyone listening, I fall way too often for the average human being.
Kat's a clumsy gal.
So there's like two different times. I'll just talk about both and then we'll go into like step. So the first time I fell, it was an actual like injury, like an actual fracture. I was at my summer camp that I was working at. I'm gonna cry. And
Very traumatizing.
the kids
story.
were like, it was a roller skating trip, and the kids were like, yeah, can you please come roller skating with us? Like we don't know how to do it. Like, can you please come with us and help us? And I had been roller skating.
What Kat's
every
trying to say is
couple
that
of
she's
years.
a professional.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's what she's trying to say.
But I had been a couple times, so I was like, all right, fine. I really did not want to, but I did it anyway. About 20 minutes in, I like lost my balance, fell, landed on my ankle, and like I almost passed out from the pain, and then like I couldn't get up. It was just like
You passed out?
I almost did. Like everything was like spinning. Like
Oh my
that's how
God.
bad it was. And I like called my mom because my mom was like, "You're not gonna actually go roller skating, right?" And I was like, "Probably not." And I called my mom. I was like, "Mom, I went roller skating and I think I really hurt myself." So we like the rest of the day I spent like going and getting like X-rays and like going to like doctors.
How
and
many
they were,
doctors did you go to?
well, I had to go to like a bunch. I had to get an X-ray and then go to like another doctor. It was like a whole big thing. It took like
Jeez.
the whole day. And they were like, "You fractured something in your foot and now you have to wear a boot for 2 weeks." And I was like beside myself because this was like the ugliest boot ever. And this was like
You all know the boot. You've all had the boot.
this was the middle of the summer too. So like I was about to go down the shore that weekend. Like I was so excited to like do everything and I had a boot. It was
I was saying,
everyone's had the boot.
everyone's had
but
the boot.
I like healed pretty quickly, like 2 weeks, and I like didn't need the boot.
I was
So
saying,
it could have been worse.
We met up at Wildwood 'cause we were going down the same time, and she shows up with like a cute little romper on. I look down and she has a boot on her foot, and like we're going
Thick gray one.
like a thick
No, it was
gray
black.
boot or
Oh,
whatever
it was
it was.
black?
Yeah.
Whatever.
But like we're going on all these rides, and people are like, can you like ride the ride with that? And we're like,
I was like, yeah, I didn't know, but
Why not?
I didn't die.
Yeah, the
so.
doctors told me, actually. They told me personally. They were like, you can definitely go to Wildwood and ride the rides with this boot on. And I was like, okay, thanks.
thank God you were scared.
The second time, this was like last year, like last summer, but the second time was like very recently, like last month. So we were at
band
camp, and
tragic.
we left all our stuff on the field because we were going to go to dinner, then come back to rehearsal, and all our stuff was still going to be there. So I was like, all right, we all left our stuff. And then we see like this giant storm coming.
Like, it's
Like,
bad. We're in the
hurricane.
cafeteria eating dinner, and like Mrs. Rombo, like the girl who like acts as our nurse, walks in just
Drenched.
soaked, like dripping, and we were like, oh my God, like where did you come from? Like expecting her to have came all the way from the field. She's like, my cabin. Like it was like
it was
bad.
so bad. But before it started raining, our marching band instructor like comes in and he's like, everyone go run and get your stuff before it starts raining. And so we were all like, I don't know, we all sprinted.
Sprinting,
And
full on sprint.
this I was running really fast. Like it wasn't like I'm
Stop
the
trying to
track star.
justify it.
but I tripped on something, fell forward, like completely
Absolutely ate face.
wiped out completely. My elbows were like there was not even like this is gross. There was not even like skin on my elbows. Like it was just
Blood.
completely like scraped. And then like
We gave her Peppa Pig band-aids.
everyone saw it too. Like the entire band was running and I just do this in the middle of everyone. And
So
people
funny.
kept running. Like most of people kept running. I would have kept running if I saw someone do that though.
was
But
so
then I had to like go to the cabin and like
We all put Peppa Pig band-aids. Like,
Yeah.
you had like 8 band-aids.
Yeah.
Like little Peppa Pig.
I
and, like,
still have
Mommy
a
Pig.
scar and I at this rate I really don't think it's gonna go away. So that's really fun.
I wasn't there, but I walked into the bathroom, and you were like literally in there, just
Crying.
sobbing
Because
your eyes
I was
out.
so embarrassed. Everyone saw me.
It was kind of funny.
It was
though.
just a rough
I
day.
felt bad.
I was at my breaking point at that point too. So
Yeah.
like, so Stephanie,
I really want to talk about the time I smacked my head on Kat's like trunk of the car. Do you remember this?
Yes.
But basically, me and Kat were down the shore for the day, And it was pretty late. We were getting back. It was like 12:30, 1 o'clock
It was
at
like
this point.
late.
It was really
we were
late.
tired. We slept the whole ride home.
Yeah, we slept the whole ride home. So I'm like lazily getting my bag out of the trunk.
Going to her house. It's like 1 a.m.
It's literally like 1 a.m. So I go to open up the trunk, and I didn't realize that the trunk like was like, I don't know what I was thinking. It was 1 a.m. I was delirious. But I, for some reason, just grabbed my bag, and I just pick my head up so quickly. I smack the back of my head on like the trunk.
And I'm like half asleep in my car, and like I'm
And
like,
you could hear it.
I'm
You
like,
heard it.
my eyes are like closed. I'm like, bye, Steph, see you soon. And then like
You just hear
I
a
just
bang.
boom, and I was like, what was that? My dad was like, what was that? We thought it was like an animal or something.
He rolls down the window and he goes, Steph, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I just like smacked my head on your trunk. Don't worry about it. He goes, are you sure? And I go, it's okay. So I go inside and I was like not even thinking about it. I was like not even thinking about it. I was like, oh, if I have a concussion, like whatever, it's fine. But then I didn't realize that like if you fall asleep with concussion, you could like slip into a coma. And at the time, I was like, whatever. I was like, you know what? I am tired. And like the next day I woke
Use a
up.
coma, honestly.
Yeah, I was so tired, and it was like it hurt the next day. I got up and I was like, why do I have the worst headache? And I was like, I smacked my head on a car.
Steph texted me the next morning, and she had like I don't know what you said. You're like, my head hurts so bad. I think I have a concussion. And I'm like, is that from last night when you hit your head? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I forgot it happened until that next morning, too.
Yeah, me too. I think I literally lost. I literally like went to sleep and like just like I don't remember. Like it was scary. I
That was
like,
really bad.
oh well.
So,
out.
what did we learn today, guys?
Don't be stupid.
Yeah, don't be stupid.
Be aware-
Wear your seatbelts. Don't
What?
drink bees.
Be aware of your surroundings. Be
Don't-
aware. If you're going to roller skate, make sure you're good at it.
And if you're
Or
getting your bag out of a trunk,
Make sure you know where the trunk is.
yeah, make sure you know what the trunk is.
Okay, so that's all we have
That's all
for TEF
today.
Talk.
Please subscribe to the West Essex Wire on YouTube and
yeah.
get the next edition. And
That's
we'll see
it.
you
See you
next time.
soon. Bye.
Get the cold brew.
Four,
just do, like-
2, 3, 1.
Can we do
Blast off.
fine?
So 3, 2, 1, blast off.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna hit start. Ready? 3, 2,
2,
1,
1.
blast off.
Ew.